Hey guys, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. Hey beautiful people, Obodo fam. I always hello to. How you are doing? I hope you are good. Thank God it's Friday, right? How many people like Friday like me? It's not like I have any Friday to go to, but I just like the fact that I don't need to wake up to an alarm tomorrow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope we are all good. As you can see, I'm not hosting this show by myself tonight. I've got Ola, man of prestige, with me. Welcome, Ola.
Hey, Auntie B, how you doing? How's Obodo fam doing? Good to see you all again.
Obodo fam, say
hmm
hello. I hope you are good.
Friday spirit.
Yes, so thank God it's Friday.
hmm
So before we get on the show, we want to talk about is Oritsefemi. Oritsefemi is his name. I thought it was a Yoruba name. Apparently, it's an Ishekiri name or something like that. The guy is Ishekiri. I was looking into his background a little bit earlier on today. Thank you so much. Success. I hope everybody has liked. I can see that the likes are coming in even before we started. I'm so grateful. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Please like it. Before we get in, before we start the show, I just want to say something about yesterday's show. Right? Apparently, some people have some problem with the way I presented that show yesterday. So we did a show about the Oni of Ife, talked about all the whole polygamy and Olori, Toby Phillips and all that yesterday. Some people that I'm not even going to dignify by mentioning their name had a problem with it and decided to go to my comment section after I finished. And the thing about this platform is that you never see these people when you are on this live stream. And this person was calling me out, saying that how me I am, it's like I'm promoting polygamy, how
You on it?
I didn't allow people to bash the Oni and all that. Me, I was shushing them. Egba mi torí Ọlọ́run. We are here every day. Me, I'm here every day. And the person had the guts to say that if me, I say that we are a DV support group or a advocacy group, how come my attitude towards polygamy is so relaxed? Egba mi. Kini kin ṣe? What am I supposed to do? I should go to Nigeria and hold placard and on the office first palace and say, Oni, you need to stop marrying wives.
You
Is
have
it
to
within? I
strike.
don't know. When maybe people think that this is a government-funded, platform where I'm getting some sort of funding or something, because I don't know where these people carry their two left leg come from, and you have
Marshall.
the audacity to be calling me out over me that decided to take a chill pill yesterday. I was enjoying the show, getting gone, we all had
I
fun.
saw some of it now. I noticed that's what you were. It was supposed to be fun.
Our people don't understand sarcasm. It's not my problem if you cannot laugh. Yeah, come and see. People now had to go on the trend. It was a long trend, over 20 replies. I
Oh,
said,
people were replying the person.
they were replying the person. The
That's the
person was
beauty.
coming back. They were replying, and it's two of them. And my attitude towards it, me, I didn't allow people to express themselves. There's freedom of speech. Me, I cut somebody off because the person wanted to
Ganga
spoil
Kanye
Monkey
West.
Park.
Freedom of speech.
This looks
uh,
like your parliament, Abby. It looks like your White House, where
uh-huh.
you want to come and do your freedom of speech,
Freedom of
Abby.
speech. Go.
So I should have allowed my platform to be open for people to come here and be insulting a king, right? Nijebi.
Oh, Marshall.
Nijebi. Lórí nǹkan
Some
tí ó
people
kàn
can't be
wá.
saved. Some people cannot be saved, Auntie
I
B.
know. What is my problem? I did a show literally the other day where I put some money down, 500 pounds, and say, if you can give me a good reason why polygamy should persist, the person will win it. I have a playlist where I was talking about Yulidoche's polygamy, Messi Aigbe. She don't tire for me. I've always condemned it just because I did one show now and because I didn't call the Oni out. You people have a problem. Some people have a problem with that. If you are looking for where they are insulting people, where they are calling people like Oni, they are calling them out. You need to go to Facebook and look for those blogs. You won't find it here. I will never do that.
No, there's no. If that's what you mean by freedom of speech, it doesn't exist. If
I
that's what
wasn't
you
even
mean
raised like that to be saying things like that to a man. I mean, you have to respect people's position.
to
What
that
has this word
position.
even come into?
Mhm.
Back in the day, you can't even talk to a man, talk about a man like that, because the internet has given us freedom now, to come online and we say whatever we like. It means that you want to allow people to be bashing a king on my watch? Never. I'm not going to allow
No,
it.
it's not
If you didn't like
necessary
the way
now.
I handled the show, then it's not my problem.
It's not necessary, and people can see through that if you because I know some other platform that won't mind dragging the audio of Ife.
What's the
People
point?
can.
What is it going to change if you drag him?
I mean, I guess they will satisfy this type of people's urges to drag
Is
everything
polygamy
and
going to
anyone.
end with Oni of Ife? Is it? I mean, what is my view, whether I support it or not, of which definitely anybody that knows me on this platform know that I've never ever supported polygamy.
That goes to tell you, Auntie B, that you can't satisfy people, no matter how
I'm
much
not even
you.
trying to satisfy
When
them.
when it
So
when
just
it
carry
when it's
their wahala and go away.
when it's trying to balance out and have a constructive conversation, they need you on the extreme all the time, Auntie B. They
So
need
I
to be
should
on the
keep
extreme.
doing all this heavy stuff every day. Don't let me not have a day off. Eh?
Abi.
I shouldn't have a day off. Iyala iya yin le fẹ́ pa èmi ńkọ́? Not me. Because me, I have children that needs me. I have a husband that needs me. Every day. You know the story I did, I think 3 days ago or 4 days ago, Ola? I
Which one?
didn't sleep for 2 nights.
Which one?
It was so traumatizing. The story of that baby in Nigeria, baby
Oh,
Miracle.
so my wife saw that. She was trying to gist me. I didn't see it. My wife was trying to gist me that it was traumatizing, something crazy. Some baby's harms, something like that, right?
It was a very heavy story that, oh my God, I couldn't sleep. I was losing sleep. What is my own in all this story alone? If
Ah,
I decide I want to be doing celebrity gossip every day, please, I've earned it.
no, 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 no.
Alone.
It's not. It's not.
I've earned it.
It's not
It's not
healthy.
every day that you come here and be talking about DV. Do you know how difficult it is? Eh?
Yeah, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. We need balance.
Success, Osakwe, what are you saying? Edo State Oba married to sister, but you cannot talk about it. That is a king. Okay. Success,
Yeah.
Osakwe, I thought you are a reasonable human being before. I didn't know.
No
Okay.
matter.
No more. No need to argue. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. So this is become a comparison now.
It's
Pa, pa, pa.
you know now. You know Nigeria now. So if it's not tribalism, it's
It's not. It's not
religion.
okay.
It's
It's
always
not there yet.
comparison. It's always comparison. Success, Odabo. Goodbye to
Uh,
you, Osakwe. Greet your village people for me. Shogba.
the whole point of the gist for the past 3 minutes is that you didn't want to bash the king. You were just having
They say I
fun.
was taking
You were
sides. I was
highlighting
supporting
something that was
polygamy.
happening.
That was supporting polygamy. Hmm? Okay. So, I
Okay.
mean, the point in saying this is that, please, if I decide to take a day off from DV and I just want to catch cruise and you don't like it, please
Cruise is
exit.
necessary. Oh. Cruise is
Just
necessary.
exit. I know where my man, a lot of people even reach out to me and say, Auntie B, how are you taking all this in? Is it not affecting you emotionally, mentally? So I decided to catch a cruise. Yesterday, I was so happy talking about Ashley. Is it because I support them? It's sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a sense of humor,
I
then it's
caught
not
I
my
caught some
problem.
of it now. I caught some of it.
What
In
am I
fact, I
supposed
was
to do about
enjoying
me
it.
of Ife?
Yeah.
Is it me that will change him? When other women are still lining up to go and marry him, is it me that will go and tell them not to marry? Oh
So
God.
we should
I don't
stop
know how
all
people
the
can drink
obas now
Panadol over
from.
other person's headache. Something that's got nothing to do with your personal life. Headache, basically, like somebody that is selling a kidney. Oh
I be
God.
telling them, oh, Sister B, I said, don't kill yourself. Relax
No,
sometimes.
me let
Drink
the carry
some
other people
wine.
matter put for head.
Drink water.
What has it got to do
Take
with
a
me?
shower. Mm, mm.
Is it my husband? Or am I
Mm.
lining up to be wife Olori number 10? So what am I? So I'm supposed to be come here and I'm like, kilo de. It's not that deep, man. It's not. It's not. You know the way attitudes change? It's not one day. It's gradually. Okay, let me shocktalize you. You are talking about a whole king bar. Today, I saw on Pastor Shola's on his Instagram page, he
Mm.
posted something the other day, and he was saying that somebody reached out to him and said, Pastor Shola, I want a second wife. She should be based in Dubai. She should be so and so age.
Eh?
Yes. And
Yeah,
people were
be.
like, "Are
She
you
be all over
okay?"
matchmake. She be Uncle Shalafe
Ó fẹ́
matchmake.
matchmake, ó lóun fẹ́ second wife in Dubai. Ola, I kid you not. Somebody responded to that today. He
Yeah,
posted a response. A woman
yeah.
reached out to Pastor Shola and said, "Pastor Shola, you know that person that said they want second wife? I
She's
think you fit
interested.
my description. I want to be second wife. Be married.
You'll
I've
be
been married
shocked.
3 times. I just need a man now that will take care of me. I will be fourth wife." When you
Yep.
have people that still think like that, what do you want me to do about it?
You have to keep an open mind when you're assessing these things.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it,
God for us.
but
No, some people saw it. Go to Pastor Shola's page, you will see it. What am I supposed
I'll
to do
check it
about
out.
it?
There are people of all different. There are women who want to practice polyandry on my channel. Polyandry. They want
Polygaminy
multiple
is not
husbands.
it's not a crime. As far as we know, it's not even a sin. So what am I supposed to do?
If you have adults subscribing to it,
Consenting adult, oh, they didn't force anybody, oh.
consenting adults.
Women that went to university that have successful businesses and careers are putting themselves to line up to be Olori, and I'm supposed to be pained by that. Nisha. Anybody that is feeling that way needs to go and get yourself a job. Because if you are busy, you won't have time for all that nonsense. Look,
Voila.
if that wedding takes place this Saturday, I will still do another show. We'll cash cruise with it. Could call me. It's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, you
That's
did it.
nothing.
You did it respectfully, and it's again, we're talking about a whole institution. I spoke about this. It's a whole institution. It's not your typical polygamy conversation. Sorry, it's just not. You know,
No, I should have been bashing the Oba. That's what they wanted. I should come here and
right?
be bashing Honey. Eh? So we don't respect stools. We don't respect tradition again because we are Libra now. We are modern day women. Abby, thank you very much. I'm not going to
No,
do
only
that.
when it's convenient. Had to be only when it's
No,
convenient.
no. We can talk about this is what I was saying. You can talk about an issue without being disrespectful. Okay?
Yes, no, yes.
Yeah. Polygamy is not against the law. These are consenting adults. So what are you going to do about it? How does it concern your life? Gong, gong, gong. What is your problem? Is it you that they are marrying? So why you drinking Panadol over another man's headache? Hey Joe.
Oh
So I
God.
just wanted to put that out there in case those people are watching because you know how they are. They always hide in the shadows. But when the video is ended, they will not come in the comment section. Why you not bring your futures come confront me as we dey here now? So that tell me how you feel about it so that we'll go talk.
Abby.
No. I'm not going to allow anybody to call in and start insulting people. Me, Igba. I don't want that, okay?
Yeah,
If
it's not.
that's
It's
what you
not
want.
necessary. That's why it's called moderating. That you're doing a fantastic job moderating the show. It's your platform. You run the show how you deem fit, and you give more than enough room for people to
The
express
person said that
themselves.
me, I'm not taking feedback. Well, we complain about our leaders about not taking feedback. Egg by me. Did you vote for me? Did I do election for you to vote for me to put me in office? Joe, hello, the salary me. Am I Peter Obi? This is not how you change attitudes, guys. You don't do it by force. Okay? You
I
don't do
don't.
it by
I
force.
don't know if you've been in the presence of politicians, Nigerian politicians. They don't. They dare not say this kind of things to the politicians in Nigeria. They don't. It's only when they have a little bit of liberal opportunity that they now
People
want.
will,
Oh, freedom of speech.
as
Freedom
long
of
as it's
speech.
not
Come.
illegal, people will always do what they want to do. So what's my business with that? Am I supposed to be
Let me even be clear, Auntie. And you know, I'm a Yoruba man. Let me be clear. Yeah? Oh, ni Igbakeji Orisha. Put some respect on that name. I don't care what platform it is. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. You have to just like you do with the monarchy in the England and any other part of the world or any offices. You have to do the
and
same
now
thing for
somebody is saying that me, I didn't talk about Oba of Benin. I didn't even know that Oba of Benin I don't even know his wife. I don't know
to two
nothing about him.
sisters.
All these stories we see on social media. Did you see any blog about Oba of Benin? Eh? That you want to hold me accountable now because I'm a Benin person, right? I'm not a Benin person. Let me just correct that now. I know some of you, the only place you know is Lagos and Abuja and Port Harcourt.
And
I'm
to
not.
be, you're Edo, right? No, you're not Benin, you're Edo.
I'm Edo, but I'm not Benin. That's
I'm
not my
not Benin.
tribe. There are several
See,
tribes
I'm
in Edo.
learning. I'm learning, and to be because
Yeah,
you corrected me the other day, and I
yeah. There are several tribes in Edo State,
in Edo
and
State.
I'm from the north, and I don't even understand the Edo language. So I don't know the one that Usakwe was comparing, saying that why didn't I talk about Doba of Benin? My glasses is broken. Sarah,
First of all, Auntie B, it's only Yoruba that you understand, and we like it like that.
That
It's
is the
only
because
it's only Yoruba
I
that you
grew up
speak.
in a place where the common language was Yoruba, so I picked that up. You understand?
Yeah,
I
we
picked that
like
up
it like
while
that.
growing up with my language. I can speak my language, but if I speak it, you will not understand. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the common Nigerian language I can speak is Yoruba. Egbami, these glasses. Why are you shaking today now? Stay still.
Ṣé ó ti yọ lápá kan ni?
Oh, yo, oh, Rini.
Hey, voila. Yeah, 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 yeah. Super chat, cash app. Somebody buy that right now. Buy that glasses back immediately.
I have another one, but I don't like that one. Is this one I like? And they keep breaking. My glasses break so much. It's unbelievable. Okay, let's get on with the show. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Don't mind my glasses, Jerry. Ignore it. Maybe I should use this one. This one, it's not clear. That's why I don't like using it. No matter how I clean this one, it's like there are some spirits that are behind it that doesn't allow it to be clear. So I prefer those plastic ones.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's get on with the show.
Oh,
15
God.
minutes of chant of chat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's get on with it. Ola, we are here to talk about another Gbasgbos marriage again today.
Yes,
What
Oritsefemi.
do you know about this Oritsefemi'S matter?
That's hit song. Ẹni bá máa ṣègbéyàwó, á ṣe gudugudu
Ṣóun
méje.
ló kọ?
Yeah, that was
Is
him.
it the one behind it? I thought it was double wahala for the body that he sang. Ṣóun náà ló
No,
kọ yẹn?
no, they play that song at every wedding till today.
Ṣóun ló kọrin yẹn? Ẹni tó bá máa ṣègbéyàwó, á ṣe gudugudu méje.
Yes, that's him. Yeah,
I see. I don't
yeah.
know much about
But
him.
that's really all I know about him. He's a one-hit wonder, in my opinion.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
thought. Yeah.
But it's a smash hit that people still play at weddings, and that's all I know about him. The next thing I know about him was that he was begging his wife to stay. Is that months ago or last year, something like he came on social
In
media and
2020, it's 2020.
mm-hmm,
He said that they should help him beg his wife to come
mm-hmm,
back to him.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. He
let's have
was
a look
begging.
at
That's the other thing I know. The next thing I know is today, which is this story that we're about to talk about today.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this man is a Nigerian artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Ola said, I think he's a one song wonder, to be honest, because since then it's just been collaboration, collaboration. His name is Orishafemi. Is he Orishafemi? Orisha, yeah, he's Orishafemi.
Orishafemi. Just
Orisha.
pronounce it Orishafemi, but it's Orisha.
No,
It's
it's
O
Orisha because it's an
Orisha. Yeah.
Ishakiri name. It's not Orisha, Orisha, Femi.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Ishari language is similar to Yoruba language as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So his name is Orishefemi and his wife is called Nabila Fash, right? I understand they've been married for 5 years, just for a little bit of background. And the wife recently, said that she's divorcing him. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. She announced that she's finally divorcing him after 5 years of marriage. Hmm? She said that the reason why she wants to divorce him is because of his incessant cheating and fathering children. Altogether, this man has 4 children from 4 different baby mamas out there. So she said that, let's get into it. She disclosed this. Nabila disclosed this when she was having an interview with Freeze that she's filed for divorce because she was tired of Orishafemi's constantly cheating with different women. According to her, Orishafemi has 2 daughters from 2 different women before they even met.
Mm.
She says she basically adopted those girls and took them as her own children. Guess what? Because she has not been able to have a child of her own. That is where
Right.
I am going to, right?
Mm.
I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Imagine being married and you know the society that will come from. We're talking about Nigeria, not being able to conceive, pressure here and there, you even pressurizing yourself. I need to give my husband a child. And your husband is busy fathering children up and down. So she said that he already had 2 children from 2 different women that she knew of, but she accepted them and she took them in. Unknown to her, even while they were getting married, another woman was pregnant for him, which she didn't find out until the marriage, after they got married. So she said that he got another lady pregnant while they were dating and we are about to get married and welcomed another daughter with the woman. Apparently, they say he's looking for a male child. Mhm. Nabila said that the singer was also physical with her twice, but she mostly suffered from emotional and verbal abuse from him. She said the marriage affected her mentally and changed her personality. And she also mentioned that several women reached out to her to inform her that her husband was hitting on them. And they even sent her receipts. Like she basically formed a social media group to bring all the side chick together. But okay, meet the fellow side chick. You meet this one meet this. That's how bad it was. She says she's mentally distraught to the extent that she's created a group and she invited all the women who he was cheating with and had them meet themselves, right? According to her, while some of the husband's lovers were shocked when she added them to the group, others said that they didn't know that he was married, which is, it seems to me like, that's just false because his marriage is very public. Everybody knows him on social media. How you dating somebody that is a celebrity and you don't know that he's married? He posts his wife, this is Nigerian women again for you. And somebody is here saying that me, I'm not after people because they are doing polygamy. She mentioned that after a while, she became numb to the cheating. So this lady is a PR guru. And now she's saying that Oritsefemi is expecting a son again from the fourth woman. This was the final straw. She was like, okay, apparently he was looking for a son. Now he finally has a son, right? So when he got another person pregnant and she left him, he got the public to beg her not to move out. And they all came, Nigeria now is your home. The way they said to that other woman the other day, Bimbo, you are going nowhere.
Avidi's wife.
Yeah, it's your home. You have to stay here.
A wise woman builds a home.
Yeah, yeah. So she said that now she's finally decided to leave for good. And he's not accepting the divorce. He's refusing to sign the divorce papers. He's trying to get her to reconcile. And on top of that, he's looking for another photo op so that they can pretend as usual to
That
be.
everything is good.
Yeah, this is the interview. This was the
Right.
interview. So that's the long and short of the story.
Hmm.
So there are a couple of issues here, right? Ola, go first.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká unpack ẹ jẹ́ ká unpack ẹ jẹ́ ká unpack
You
ẹ.
go first because I have some points.
I mean, so I'm not sure what she wants to accomplish by coming on a public platform to address this, but I guess they're a public figure, and maybe there will be some point of satisfaction since people know him. But I'm not sure I know anybody personally that will have any respect for Oritsefemi from a standpoint of marriage. I'm not sure if I know personally. I'm sure people, but what I always wonder about, because she said something in that interview, she said at some point some people were saying this is what comes with the life, and she should just accept it. That once she has children, that she will put her focus on her children and forget about it.
Ola, let me tell you something. For a
Mhm.
woman, the
Yes.
average woman who wants to get married, the main thing a lot of women, Nigerian women, are looking forward to is children, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Once we get married back in Nigeria, the first year of marriage, people expect you to produce a child.
Mm.
When you don't have a child the first year, the second year, people start asking you, Sheko Sio, hope
Yes, sir.
nothing.
Yep. The pressure will
So,
come.
as a woman, I'm trying to look into this woman's mind to see the pain she's gone through for 5 years, not
Mm.
being able to conceive in a place like Nigeria,
Mm.
and taking on other women's children to raise as her own, just to prove that okay, I'm a good wife.
Mm.
I support my husband. Maybe he made a mistake, but you know what? I think there were so many red flags in this story from the
Yes.
get-go.
Yes. And I mean, like she said herself, right? This guy has two kids and from two different women already, right? And she decided to be a mother to those two daughters, right? These are his daughters. Let's get that straight. These are his biological daughters that she decided to take on. So I can only imagine what she has been going through trying to settle into that society belief system that you are less than. as a woman if you don't have yours, right? And so the womb watchers, right, that will start to count for her and all this kind of craziness. So I can only imagine what she had been going through. But the red flag, the first red flag is that this guy is a one-hit wonder, right? And it looks like he had a certain type of lifestyle already, right? I mean, I don't want to judge him as a man, but the truth is that you could see a few Instagram clips of this guy in places, and you kind of know what kind of lifestyle he lives.
Yeah.
So,
I think he's trying to live. He's trying to live the life, and you know something I noticed.
mm,
All his pictures I've seen, I've never seen this guy without sunglasses before. He's always wearing sunglasses.
that's a good one that you picked up, and I
Why
do
is he
think
always
that's a
wearing
red flag.
sunglasses all the time? I know I love sunglasses, but
Hmm.
I don't wear sunglasses all the time. Why is he always covering his eyes? He tells me that there's something in his eyes that he's covering. He doesn't want people to see.
I mean,
Or
two things.
is he
Two
shy as a musician?
two things. You know, rock stars. I can still consider him a rock star, right? Rock stars tend to do that anywhere they go. They will just claim there's too much light in their face, right? Uh,
Are they
but
singing with their eyes?
you said what?
They are singing with their eyes.
This is just what they do, right? It makes them feel a little bit safer, you
Right.
know,
Hmm.
because you and I had quick conversation before we came on the scene, right? When
Mm.
you one of the scariest thing for human beings to do in general is to speak publicly, right? Public speaking is something that most human beings are afraid of. I think it's like in top three or something like that. That people
Nelly
in
said that
general.
he's a very insecure man. That's what it is. Maybe it's as a result of the insecurity that he's wearing those glasses every right, left, and center. Everywhere you see him, he
You
has
could
those
link it to that.
glasses.
You could link it to that, but it's more so of a general thing for people that perform. You know, it's a
Mhm.
way for them to feel safe,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's linked to insecurity, of course. You know,
yeah. I know Two
yeah,
Face wears sunglasses quite a lot as well.
all the
Mm.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it makes them feel safe. You know, so that's in addition to the fact that hey, you're getting married today. You can just be a normal human being today. Why not be a normal human being today? Why not put on something that doesn't cover your whole face at your own personal event? And if I remember very well, I think the same weekend he got married to this lady. I
mm.
think it was the same weekend that Two Face was getting married in Dubai. Somebody can correct me on that. I
And
think there
it's
were
bleaching
two.
too. That's another red flag. Any woman that marries, let me remove the picture so that you guys can see me, because I am very. Any man that bleaches his skin and you see him and say this is a you don't wound me, anything that is
I
not
do think that's a red flag. Personally,
take
I
it
do think
to
that's a red flag.
any water
Yeah.
water to bá fún ẹ, wàá jẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, you will take it.
Mm-hmm.
A man that bleaches, it's bad enough that women are bleaching.
Mm-hmm.
A man who carry bleaching cream and want
Exactly.
to change his skin, there's
Yeah.
something wrong somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with the bleaching part. So we just picked up two, right? Sunglasses, um,
It
bleaching,
was
right?
Banky W got married the same weekend that he did.
Okay, it was Banky
Banky and
W.
Adesua. So their
Yes.
own now cover their own, because
Yes.
Banky and Adesua were more popular, remember?
Oh, oh, even better that you say Banky W. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is
No,
what I
Two
try
Face
to
has been
tell.
married for a long time. Nani and Two Face, their own is over 10 years of suffering.
Over 10 years. That's true. That's true.
Mm.
This is what I like to. There's some things that are just obvious. Can you not see the difference between? Listen, I'm not saying Banky and W and his wife will last forever, but are you going to pretend like you don't know the difference between this type of couple and that type of couple?
First of all, Banky is a Christian, and he's not a Christian that jokes around. That guy is literally a pastor. And if you follow him, you know he's serious with his faith, he and his wife. And so they have that safety already. They are coming from the same. They know
They're
that
very intentional.
it's not just a social media thing. Mm-mm.
Yes. Yeah.
And,
It's
and in
not. It's
way,
not a facade. Yep.
I mean, it's amazing that we are linking them together because they too have challenges. They had to
They
wait.
have challenges like everybody else.
No, they couldn't conceive for a while to remember. They just
Yes.
only had a
Yes.
child about a year ago.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But we've not
Yes.
heard stories of Banky bringing children from right, left, and center. So I think she ignored a lot of red flags.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep. Yep. So it's not about somebody is being perfect. It's about you as a human being. You have an incredible radar for BS. Are you using it? It's called discernment, right? We're not asking you to only look for perfect people. right? We're not asking you that, oh, one person is better than the other. But there's some things that are just very, very obvious. And when you compare, just as normal human beings, yes, we're judging, I'm sorry. When you compare a Banky W to Oritsefemi, let's not cap, right? That's all I'm going to say. You're muted, Auntie B. You're muted.
No, there's no basis for comparison. Let's not even go there. And
Yeah.
what I really want to dwell on is about the red flags, which women tend to ignore a lot of red flags when they are in love or when they want to go in. Apparently, she's the one that has the money, right? She's a PR guru. Like we said, is a one-time wonder.
Oh,
She's
she
not
has
like
the money?
she has the money.
Oh, wow.
She has the money
Roberto.
because he's a one-time wonder from his one hit song.
One hit
And
wonder.
yes, she's got a really good job. All
Mm-hmm.
right. And do you know it's so bad that this guy was bringing in his mistresses to his matrimonial home? She
Yeah.
told a story where she said that somebody, I think one of the children, they are girls, right, called her. They called her
Hmm.
mommy, called her and said, there's somebody in their house. She called and somebody else picked. And she said she lives very close to the house and she was driving frantically to get home.
To get home.
To
Mm-hmm.
get home. But by the time she got home, that person had escaped.
Mm.
I mean, a man, I mean, cheating is very common, right? Not everybody cheats. Not all men cheat in Nigeria. But it takes a certain kind of man to bring his mistress to his
Yes. Into the house.
matrimonial home.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 It's a man who lacks self-respect. Let's even start from there. Because even a single man these days they are very, very, very careful about bringing random women into their own apartment. Even a single man, right? How much more somebody who has a whole home, a whole house, as a family with a wife in it, right?
Right.
Lem- So yeah,
Right.
it's very iffy. The story is, believe it or not, is very, very common. There's a lot of men with high levels of insecurity walking around, lack of self-respect, and there are deeper, deeper issues. And the way they shield it is this type of behaviors. You
And
know.
his daughters were in the house. Apparently, one of them was crying because he had put his hands on her. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
want to say that as much as Oritsefemi, we know the kind of man that he is. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
already knows from the way the wife described him that he had zero respect for her. He
Yes,
had no respect for himself or their marriage. But I think she also didn't have respect for herself.
that's a fact. That's actually a fact, because but again, it's a very common thing. So no judging her, but it's true that people mimic the level of respect you have for yourself. People don't get to come and disrespect you unless you have a certain low level of respect for yourself.
Yeah.
Even like there could be somebody that can try you. People can try you, right? They try to be disrespectful, but
Hmm.
because of your level of self-respect, you're very quick to remove yourself and say, so even if it happened once, it can't happen the second time. If it happened the second time, it can't happen the third time. If we're talking about a consistent basis, you're saying somebody is disrespectful to you, there's a good chance that you lack self-respect.
Yeah, because people will only treat you as bad or as good as you let them.
Yep, as you let them.
So
Yep.
you allow that behavior, and that's why women like us, who we have zero tolerance for BS,
Hmm.
will not, and
You won't experience this. It's
yeah, no,
simple
no, no, no,
math.
no. That is not possible. No, I can't.
It's
It's not.
simple math. It's simple
No,
math
because I
now.
will not even put up with it. It's not possible, and that
Exactly.
is also the reason why women like us are not likely to put up with DV in marriage, because you try it once, it will be the last time. There is no
Mm-hmm.
second time. There are no second chances with that one because you let the person know this is a place of no return.
Mm-hmm.
But once
Yeah.
you take it once, you'll keep
Yeah.
taking it and they'll keep
Yeah.
begging you.
Yeah.
Okay?
We know life happens. Let's even assume you took it once. Can you at least remove yourself and express clearly, like, oh, I don't tolerate this type of behavior, no matter what small. Now, this can easily be conflicted with compromise and certain things, the grace we give each other in marriage and stuff. But again, like I always said, let's pay attention to. Let's not be disingenuous. You know exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about outright disrespect. We're not talking about stuff that you can apply grace to,
I
right?
mean, what a woman will go and call her husband's side chicks into a group on social media, babe. Ẹ wá pàdé ara yín.
Can you imagine?
No, think about it for a minute. Just think about it.
Yeah.
That is the level.
How
And
much time do you have in your life for that kind of nonsense?
Adewale said her struggle with conceiving a child chipped away all her self-worth.
That would do it in that
I believe
society.
that.
Yeah, that would do the magic in that society.
You
Because
call, I mean, I'm struggling to understand what was behind that. What was she trying to achieve by saying they should meet one another? I'm just
it
thinking, why?
so it's a breakdown. It's a breakdown, like Adewale said, in self, right? Self-worth, self-esteem, right? All this self-confidence, right? Because think about it, when somebody puts you in that position, it makes you question everything you've ever believed about yourself,
Hmm.
right? It makes you start to wonder, am I not good enough? It happens to both men and women, right?
Yeah,
So when you get into that position, your behavior will be irrational, including participating in activities that you as a person, you know that this is not going to serve you, but it's serving you emotionally in that moment in time. You're
yeah,
just looking to destroy, even if you destroy yourself in that process.
yeah. She said
You know,
it clearly. She said that she was beginning to chip. She didn't recognize herself again.
that's exactly what that is. I've lost myself. I lost myself in marriage. That's what that is. When people completely lose a sense of self. Lola and I always talk about this GPS formula, right? God, purpose, and self. That self thing is very important. When you have a very low sense of self, people will basically people will take you for granted. Anybody, your mother, your father, especially a person you're married to, right? Because she also mentioned a lot of verbal abuse, right? it
Yeah,
makes it makes complete sense that
yeah.
this guy will get into a space because he probably lost himself too. He's trying to live a lifestyle that he doesn't belong in. He doesn't
Mhm.
need to be married. He could just do his thing. There are more than enough chicks on the streets of Nigeria that will happily carry his baby and
Why, why is he holding on to the marriage though? I mean, he was never faithful. Obviously, he doesn't love her enough to respect her. So why do you think he's holding on to this marriage? Because she's saying that he's refusing to sign the divorce paper and still hoping that she'll come back to him.
so you mentioned anybody that holds on to any kind of marriage or relationship, there's a value that they're getting from it, right? Sometimes that value is not always obvious. It could be emotional. It could be emotional based on significance. They're contributing to this person. They have some kind of unhealthy attachment to them, right? It could be completely financial, right? It could be
Yeah,
completely physical. It could be completely status wise. That's the significance part of it, right? Like
yeah,
I look like a certain way when I have a wife at home, right?
yeah. I'm
It could,
respected.
yeah, it could be that. It could be completely like if it's true that she's financially well off more than him, it could be just to keep a roof over his head, just purely survival, right? It could be that. So it's we don't know. Once he opens his mouth and he says three sentences on this issue, I promise you I will come back. I will detect it.
Let me tell you something else that troubled me about this story, Ola.
Mm.
Widow fan, please give this video a thumbs up. We want to learn. We always hear about learning. It was only yesterday I said, let me catch cruise, and people still come for me. They don't want me to ever have a day of kilo day.
Allah Maje. We must catch cruise now.
I beg
Laughter,
you.
medicine.
There was something that Nabila, I think her name is Nabila, said.
Nabila?
Nabila.
Nabila, yeah.
Is it Nabila? What's her name again? Let me see. I want to get it right. It's
Yeah.
Nabila. Nabila
Nabila.
Fash.
Nabila,
She
okay.
said something about coming from a single parent home. Her mother
Mm.
raised her alone, and
Mm.
she wanted to break the circle. She didn't want, you know, to, perpetuate that lifestyle of single parent, single parent. You know how people always try to use their lives to prove a point. But okay, it happened to my mother, it's not going to happen to me.
Mm.
But I plead with you,
Don't do that to yourself.
please don't,
Don't do that
ladies.
to
I
yourself.
know it's hard. It's hard. Nobody goes to marry and say, I want to be
Yeah.
a single mother. I just want to be a single mother. The day they are
Yeah.
signing their wedding registry, they had an elaborate wedding.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I think she should not have married that guy. If it
Yeah.
was me, that I find out that you already have two children from two different women and one is
Ah,
pregnant, the
that's
wedding is
that's that's a
cancelled.
good point, Auntie B. If you find, let me speak to the ladies now. If you find a man that has had two different baby mothers and two different babies, there's a reason. Okay, it doesn't mean he can't be a good guy again into the future. That's not what I'm saying. But he really has to overcompensate extra to prove that he's a man worthy of entering into marriage with you. Definitely, for sure, he can't be a rock star musician who is always on the streets, in the studio, they're smoking the go overnight and a bunch of women around. You can't. That's too much combination of red flags right there, right? It just won't work. You will just suffer over time for no reason. But honestly, like you were saying, it's obvious from the beginning. It's very obvious. And then the other thing I wanted to speak to is what you just said, which is when you say your mother was a single mother and you swear it will never be you.
It won't be your first
Every
time.
every time I keep telling people, every time you use the word never, always, any form of absolute words, you will end up suffering because you're a human being like the rest of us.
Yeah, and you
You need
cannot predict what will happen to you. You can't predict the future. You don't know.
So what you will end up doing is that you overcompensate to protect yourself. You will build a castle around yourself that will collapse and delete you inside. That's what
Because
you will
you
do.
already made up your mind, babe, I will never be a single mother. And you know, you see the irony of this thing. The painful part of it for this in Nabila is the fact that she's not even a biological parent. I understand that she parented the stepdaughters, but now that she's left him, is she going to take the children with her? Not
No, of
likely.
course not, because the reality kicks in now. These are not your children.
Exactly. We are talking about Naija. They will
Hmm.
stick with their father or go to their mother. So all the years that she's labored over these children now, all for what?
Hmm. Right. And she's been attached to them. You could see her
Oh
shed a
yeah,
little tear
she loves
when
them.
she
Yeah.
talked about that. But,
Yeah, she loves them. And
you
you
know,
know, women who are trying for children, especially when you know that you are the one with the issue, that the man, is not the one that has the fertility issue, is even harder.
yep.
But yeah, it's so sad that the culture that we come from in Nigeria, most women will stick by their husband. I heard a testimony today that I was like, if it was the woman that has the problem, the man would be gone. This
Yes,
morning, I had
of
a
course.
testimony on
He's
this.
already gone. What are we talking about?
Oh
It's
yeah,
already gone.
NS PPD platform. A lady shared a testimony of how for years they've been looking for a child. The
Mm,
husband he started from low sperm count to zero. At a point, he was not producing sperm anymore.
yeah. And it's very common, by the way.
She stayed with him until God gave them a miracle. Now they have a baby.
Mm,
As she was sharing that testimony in my mind, I was like,
yeah.
if it was the other way around,
Yeah.
will he stick with you like this? Because
Yeah.
this woman stuck by this man, even with all his shenanigans, is the expectation of society pé as ìyàwó,
Hmm.
please, àwọn ọmọ ọkọ àwọn ọmọ ẹni, you have to take care of them, right? She took them
Right.
in. She didn't need to do that. She took two in. Is
Yeah.
the one that they lied to her about. She said, okay, let that one stay with the mother.
I mean, she can take them in. The problem with that kind of behavior, and to be, is that we attach expectations to it. So when we take those babies in, we now expect to be treated exactly that same way, right? Because she said it. She said this. She said in some type of way. She has a certain type of way that she talks, but she said it like, okay, this man did now think I should be treated this way after I taking all these babies. Unrealistic expectations, they delete marriage. Oh. If you take those babies in, take them in for your own good. If you enjoy taking care of those babies, but if you expect that it's supposed to it should treat you well because it treats you well, because it values you, not because of taking care of some babies that are not yours.
Kudira said, I had a similar experience and left the Mongo Park, but he brought the kids to me after 4 months. We were not together, but I raised the kid to adults. My reward, my kids thrived. Well
Shout out
done.
to you. Shout out to you.
Well
Shout out to
done.
you.
Well done.
Yeah,
Well
yeah,
done.
yeah.
I
So,
believe that, it's not only children that you birth biologically alone that can be your children,
yep.
you know, but when it is done in a very malicious way like this to hurt you,
Hmm.
knowing that this is the thing that you are really trusting God for, like you are trusting God to bless your womb because you are the one with the issue.
Yeah.
And the man is running around looking for a male child or just impregnating women up and that it hurts double.
Mm,
It hurts even more.
yeah.
Because it will make the woman to feel like I am
I
not
agree.
enough. I'm not a woman. If I cannot even give him a child, what kind of a wife am I? Do I even have a womb? You will question yourself. What, like Adewale said, you will strip yourself of everything that makes you
Yep.
feel like a
It's
human
crying
being.
every night. Women that go through it, they basically cry every night. Like it's not fun. They cry every night. Not just because they want babies, because again, the pressure of the society, you know.
Cynthia said, I'm not looking after another woman's kids, especially if the mother is alive and well.
Le bâton. Cynthia,
Oh, Cynthia is not playing. Cynthia is like, don't joke with me. So go, Alarugberu, take your children to wherever their mother is. I'm not doing this.
I'll
I'm
say
not
this.
doing this.
I believe Cynthia, right? But there are many women that will say that they won't do that. But when you like a guy enough and he's had some past, it's not. And if he's a good guy, it's not really that much of a big deal, you know. It's not
Women
that
have
much.
done it for thousands of years, and
Mm-hmm.
others will continue to do it, especially women who don't have children.
Yep.
They will always want to,
Because they will even tell you, Ori Omolon for Mawaye. They will tell you in Yoruba land that Ori Omolon for Mawaye, just
please
take care of his kids.
explain that to our non-Yoruba speakers so that they will understand. And this is in a context of somebody that deliberately goes and impregnates another woman outside. Then they
Yes.
will now call that
Yes. It's
person
both. It's two,
family.
it's two. It's two contests. Let me talk about the first one I was talking about, right? And I'll talk about the second one.
Mhm.
When you struggle with fertility, right? And your husband happens to have other children before, right? And I've seen real life stories of this happening, like when you draw those babies. So when they say Oriomo, that means not head. Direct translation is head, but as in destiny, destiny, right? The destiny of
Is it
children.
scientifically proven, this thing that you're saying now, Ola? Or it's just one
No,
of
it's
those
not. It's not.
that we
It's
just
not.
use to confuse people, women? Ori Omolon Pamawaye, Nibo, where?
No, it's not. It's not scientifically proven, right? So that's one. That's one. That's the first contest. If your husband to be already has children before, and then also when your husband happened to step outside during your marriage and you are having trouble with fertility, the family of your husband will say, just famora. What's famora in English?
Embrace them.
Embrace them. That
Mhm.
ori omolo fomowaye, as like embrace them. Now you increase the chances that the destiny of those children will pull your own children into this human
Uh,
experience.
so they are basically saying that the second part is the one that, I mean, the first part that you described, Ola, I have no
Mhm.
problem with that. If your husband already has children
Right.
and he discloses it to you, it's
Yes.
up to you to say
Full
yes or no.
transparency.
Once he's transparent about it and he's not hiding the fact from you, you have
Yes.
a choice. It's not forcing you. If you love him and you think you can deal with the situation, good. You can
Yeah.
take the kids. But the one I have a problem with is when during your marriage, especially for a woman that has delays, because this, pregnancy thing doesn't happen for every woman so easily. Some
Yeah.
women get pregnant like so easily. Some,
Mm-hmm.
they need some medical intervention and
Yes.
all that.
Yes.
Our society is not kind to women who can't have children, unfortunately,
Yes.
right? So you go and have a child outside, they will bring the child and said, let me give you the literal
It is
translation.
the it is
It is
the
the head, it is the head of a child
of a
that
child.
brings the child.
Yeah, that brings the yeah, no, that brings the child. The head of the
It's
child
the
will bring the
head of
child.
these children that he had outside.
Uh-huh.
These bastards are the ones that will bring your own child, right?
Just embrace it. It's your husband. After all, it is your home.
You see, you know what I think it is, Ola? That is
Yes,
emotional manipulation of women.
it is. It is.
Yeah, it is when
But
they
I
use
have I have a different take to it.
it.
I have a different take to it. Slightly, because you're actually right. It is manipulation at best,
Mm,
right?
mm, mm.
But these women who are in this situation too, it's not always the easiest decision for them to just up and leave. And sometimes they find a lot of them will find consolace of some sort in taking the time for prayer, patience. I always talk about prayer and patience, and then eventually consolidating in their mind that okay, since he's had a change of mind, it was a mistake. Maybe it was a mistake in terms of it was a one-off. It was not a mistake, but it was a choice that he made. It was a one-off, and he's trying to recuperate his life. And you've waited long enough to see that he's changing, right? Some people find solace in that, and then they find that when they embrace it, it's a better state of mind for them actually. But if it's a repeat offense, right, a constant serial person who continue like this Orishafemi story, No, Oriomo Ofa Mokoko, why you on this one? Obviously.
Yeah, they said that there's actually a scientific study that has been carried out in the West that shows a woman is more likely to conceive after adoption.
It's
Okay,
mental. That I agree with that. Mentally speaking, right? Because we know it's all connected.
but this
It's
is not
possible.
adoption though. You had no say in it. It's forced adoption. They come and dump the baby on you, pay, take the baby, is your husband's child. This
So
is not
let's let,
adoption.
let's let's reshape it, right? If you are forced to do it, it will backfire. The result of it is always going to be negative. If it's a situation that you've waited, you've prayed, you're patient, and you found yourself to settle like, okay, this is what I've decided to do with respect to a healthy relationship,
Hmm.
it can work.
But this is not adoption though. It's not the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's
You didn't.
if that child comes home and you're now the one taking care of the child legally, it is considered an adoption.
Yeah, but you didn't consent to. When you want to go and do an adoption, it's something that is agreed. You've arrived at a place where you decide that both of you are going to have a child by
Let me
other means.
rewind. Let me rewind. If there's no consent to this, thank you. You done? Okay,
So I
sure,
don't
sure.
think I don't think this is adoption.
Sorry
It's two
about that.
different things. You are forced to take the baby. Sometimes these women
So
have no
so
choice.
so so sorry about that. Sorry for my misappropriation there. Here's what I'm saying, Auntie B. If if it's forced in any sense, if it's forced in any sense, nothing good will come out of it. That's an absolute statement I just made.
Mm.
If it's a situation that and it's forced, if it's a decision you made like this, that's still considered forced. If it's a decision that somebody so they did a family meeting and you made that decision like 2 days later, that is forced. That is forced. But if it's a situation you've waited 6 months, 1 year, you're still in that marriage, there's been some transformation going on. You've done the work along with your husband, and there is consent. That means in your heart, right? It can work. It's almost impossible, but it can work.
Hmm. Okay. So True Diamond said, an African man told me that a woman who does not take in the child of her husband's mistress is a wicked woman. Well, he is entitled to his opinion, but that's not going to work for every woman.
Speaking of manipulation,
You,
speaking of
you know the thing
manipulation,
I like about our African men, I love our African men. I have my brothers, I have my sons. I love all of them, and I pray that my sons will never ever turn out to be anything near this kind of men, Mongo Park that we talk about by the grace of God. But if we flip the coin on men like this, and it's not all African men that are Mongo Parks, would this what I'm wondering what would you say if your wife gets pregnant because you're having some low sperm something going on, and they decide to try the next young boy that's available and they get pregnant? Are we going to be singing the same song? After all, it's helping your ministry. You can adopt the baby, it will help you. Are we going to say the same thing?
I mean, what you're speaking to, Auntie B, is double standard. Double standard is reality. Sorry. Most sorry, gone. Sorry. Never flip it, Oyato. In
Eh,
every sense.
what
In
is good for
every
the
sense.
goose is good for the gander.
That's our wishes, but as we're speaking right now, we know that that's not the reality, right?
It's
There is
sad.
stumble that on both sides there is double standard.
No, it's
Sadly.
not on both sides. No, Ola, please. I'm not going to accept that. You are talking like a man now. No, it's not on both
I'm a
sides.
man now, Auntie
There
B.
is, there is double standard from
Uh,
the men's side. The women have no choice most times in this. It's either you take it or you leave it.
in this
Women,
particular situation, yes, yes.
yeah,
But I'm saying
it's
in
on both sides.
general, there is double standards in general. On this particular topic, especially in our society, the double standard is on the men's side. The men get to get away with a lot of stuff when it comes to this type of things. When it comes to,
Because
uh,
the
mhm,
culture, the tradition, the religion permits them. It encourages them.
yeah,
That's why. And
yeah.
it's not right because women are people too. We have emotions, we have feelings, we hurt deeply. I'm telling you, these things you don't understand the impact. You saw, I was looking at that Nabila when she was giving that interview. You think that's how she was 5 years ago? Did
No,
you see her?
she was heads over heel. Happily, she went into a marriage.
If
you
you
know.
need to see her even talking gone, she
Mhm.
was struggling. She was This is a woman that is completely broken.
She's broken. She's broken. She's broken. Definitely,
So
she's broken right now. It's going to be tough for her, and especially, I don't think she's complete. Yeah, she will need. She need to seek help because she's still obviously thinking she can get help from public, and we know that's not gonna happen. You know,
I don't think she's looking for the public thing, no. I don't
she's
know
not
how.
looking for it, but you know, she's
I think
on there.
I mean, I'm suspecting that the reason why this became public in the first place is the fact that the last time in 2020 when she left him, he was able to get her back because of his public outcry. When he came on social media and said, "Hi, Joe, help me, beyawo me. I don't want my wife to leave me. Please help me bring her back." And of course, online in-laws. What do we like more?
I saw somebody say ganga on Nice the other time. I remember that Nice story. Nice also pleaded for the whole public to beg his wife back.
How many
Um,
times has that one been married now?
I think he's still married to the same person. I think he worked out for him. Hopefully, usually not long term. Just kind of because that's not doing the work. Doing the work is not as easy as running to the public.
I wanted to compare this. I know they are not as big as a celebrity as the video, but I wanted to compare this to the video story. So you all have seen the video now. He's back in love or whatever with his choma. All right. They broke up a while ago because the video cheated and went ahead to have a whole human being child. A whole human being, a son. He denied initially. Allah, you are muted.
Oh, really? He had a baby between that time?
Oh yeah, he had another baby,
Oh,
and now
wow.
he's back with Choma and the whole internet, including Pastor Toby. A certain pastor in the UK is celebrating pé they are going to marry in 2023 and all that. If in 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, I mean from now, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, I beg your pardon, we come back here and it's this same thing. Will it be surprising to anybody, or do you think that the video can change? That is going to be faithful to Chama now once they get married because of a wedding ring. He's never been faithful. This is a guy that has like 4 or 5 baby mamas all across the world. In fact, the so-called manager who is based in the UK recently delivered another baby number 2 for him.
Oh, wow, wow.
So what are we
S-
talking about?
What was that? 3, 4 years ago when they first got together, I made it clear that Davido was not ready for what he's putting his hands in, right? Not just because he doesn't want to. There are many people that want to. When the Bible says "emife," but so she àìlera fún ara. That lifestyle, and the fact that he's a young man with all of these options is not
He
sustainable.
is zero. Ola,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I say zero, if there's any
Mm.
word I can use, is zero discipline.
And they can support a whole baby, a whole baby.
It's zero discipline. He will never be faithful to Choma.
Kole, I want to speak about this from a standpoint of is he even capable, even if he wants to be disciplined, with considering the environmental factors, he can't be.
Thank you, Victoria. It's Whiskey baby mama that gave birth to another one. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's not the
Oh,
video.
those ones are together. Those ones are together.
Are they?
They're together. They live together. That's the manager.
The manager is in the UK. Is Whiskey living in the UK
Whiskey
now?
lives in the UK. Last time I checked, yeah.
Really? Oh, I see.
He spent a lot of time in UK, yeah.
I mean, anybody that is going into this lifestyle to marry all these musicians. When
Mm.
I was growing up, our parents used to tell us, "Hey, run away from musician."
Ati
But
actor.
I grew up in a different generation whereby in those days, if you even as much as dance, come and do dance for video for them, your parents will disown you. Now, young girls are fighting to be in their music videos, to be all out in the way that God gave them, their life and their body with nothing to cover. It's a
So
different.
so my wife and I were watching a show, Game On I think it's on Indani TV or something like that. One of these YouTube series, right? And I saw a lot of young people,
I knew that Davido had another child. He did. Stephanie, thank
it
you. I
did, it did.
know. He had
Okay,
another child after his breakup with Choma. Yeah,
right,
he did.
Right, but I think it's the manager story is what conflicted it. The
Yeah, the manager,
manager,
yeah, not the
yeah,
manager, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So again, I'm not surprised because again, he's a young man. When you have to, it's not even about man only. If you have too many options, there's a downside to that, right? It's now to depend on your own ability to be self-disciplined, to not exercise the options
When you say
available.
they have too many options, do you think women don't have the same options?
No, no. So no, don't worry about women for a second. An average 28-year-old man on the street of Nigeria does not have the options that Davido have. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
Davido has. You understand what I'm saying? Because of the all that money, that lifestyle, the lifestyle of a rock star, right? That's what I'm talking about, period. Right? It becomes extra harder to be disciplined in that type of environment. And it's unrealistic expectations at best that they can.
So they should just accept it. If you are going into relationships like that or marriages, know that it's a done deal. They can never be faithful, right?
No, they can be. I said it's harder. It's possible. It's almost
Yeah.
impossible. That's what I'm saying.
So Sweetheart said that the lady was pregnant while Choma was pregnant too. So now she and Shoma, they are doing lovey-dovey now. All the online in-laws are rooting for them. Wedding, no, my shell, we'll close down Lagos. We're going to do the wedding of the century. I'm sure the Ashoibi is being sold as we speak, for them in 2023. But what I'm saying, and I wish them very well. I love Shoma. She's a very lovely girl, beautiful. And I have no doubt that the video loves her. But is she ready for what is to come? Because we are talking about Nabila today now. All the red flags are there. That is what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to draw.
Red flags.
They are
Red
there
flags.
already.
Yeah.
He's not demonstrated that he's any faithful person who is going to stay with someone. He's demonstrated that he's going to live a life where he's just going to go around and have baby mamas everywhere. Can she deal with this?
So JR said, I met Davido last weekend in person. If you see the level of girls that were around, high level girls. Auntie B,
Hmm?
I'm not sure if you can comprehend it because you are a woman. Okay.
Really? Eh?
But let me try because
Okay.
I know you're a very, very smart woman.
All
Right?
right. Thank you.
Look at this sentence in front of you right now.
I'm
Right?
looking at it. Oh,
Would you advise your son at the age of 27, 28, right? To would you not say, hey, Omo Emarora, with all these women around, human beings are not capable of being intentional. They put themselves on pedestal, they fall
and
off
you
all
think
the
those
time.
women they want good? All of them want to have a baby for the video because they know that once they have one baby, they are set for life.
Oh, and never don't forget that they are women.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Because for every one of these single bad behaviors that we are highlighting, there's a man and a woman involved. It's
Mm-hmm.
very important to pay attention to that people consent to this behavior.
Okay, I agree with that. Mm-hmm. I agree.
We can't
I
take
agree.
Panadol for people's headaches. We can only
Mm-hmm.
highlight it as lessons for the Obodo fam
Yeah.
so that you can be aware. But
You know,
she knew what she was getting
Davido's
into.
let me tell you something, Ola. Davido's
Mm-hmm.
one doesn't pay me because the guy, his father is a billionaire. He's got so much money. Orisha
Mm-hmm.
family doesn't have money. So what is this woman taking away from all this heartache?
And they don't have money. Did you see that story with what's the name of this guy? The one that was with an actor. Somebody will help me in the chat, I'm sure. Who the girl came out, she's an actress. She came out and said she's the one that's been feeding him. This
Oh
guy,
yeah,
he used to be
I
signed
know.
to
I
Five
know
Star.
my daughter knows her because
Okay.
she's born and bred in the UK before she relocated to Nigeria.
Yeah, her, yes. Yeah,
That
that
girl,
girl.
she's
Yeah.
a drama queen. Drama queen.
It looks like she's ready for the
Dorcas,
ghost bars herself too.
Dorcas, you're talking about
Dorcas, yes, Dorcas, and Skibby, yes.
child. Those children.
It's true. They are broke. These guys, it's either they are extremely broke or they are extremely rich, like Davido. There's no in
Most,
betweens.
most of them are extremely broke. Forget it.
No, most of them. That's the numbers. That's the
Yeah,
numbers.
yeah,
There's only few we can count on one hand. The Burna Boy, the Davido, the Wizkid,
yeah, yes.
Olamide,
Tupac,
Don
yes,
Jazzy. Maybe
yes.
another hand. You will count a few, but there are literally hundreds upon hundreds of them on the street of Lagos. One hit wonders, and they are broke.
Let me ask you this before I'm going to take callers now. The link is in the comment section.
Mm.
I want to ask ladies, Would you marry a man who has so many baby mamas before marriage, and if he keeps cheating, what would you do? And I want to ask the brothers in the house. The question I have for you is that, do you expect to live this lifestyle and the woman like Nabila will just sit down and take it because you're an African man and the expectation is that you are polygamous in nature and you can do whatever you like in 2022? That's a good question. But before I come to Junior, is the first person in the studio. Temilade has a very, very good question. Temilade, darling, how are you? She said, how can you cheat on someone you love? Auntie B. Ola, please answer. Now you be man. It's you people that cheat.
If you
Your
can
gender.
cheat, you people can be. Am I shaking pull our number for you? I will
Which
bring don't
number?
cheat.
Which number? My
Okay,
parent.
all right.
Number
Okay.
will any?
A topic for another day. uh, where human beings cheat on themselves. Human beings cheat themselves all the time as an individual. Like you know what is good for you, but you decide to perform bad behavior. Starting from the food we eat, starting from a bad habit and things like that. If we can do that to ourselves, oh yeah, second person, you can love because you love yourself. At least you will claim to love yourself. Yes, it's easy for me to comprehend that people will cheat on people that they love. Who
I'm
is
lost,
another
Ola.
individual?
When you get so technical like this, that you lose me. I don't even know what you said now, honestly. I'm trying
You
very
were
hard
you
to
are busy now. You are running the show. You're running the show. When human beings cheat on themselves as individuals, they participate in bad habits that's not good for them. That makes it easy for me to comprehend that people can cheat on people they claim they love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Junior, welcome.
Well, let me hello everyone. Let me follow up on Ola with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can love someone. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are gonna disagree. You can
I
love
already
someone.
disagree. Before you say it, I and it's
Look,
boiling in my brain. You can see how I'm sweating now
look,
because these are
look.
certain things that are doing my head in.
No, 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 Mike. Well, let me land. You can actually cheat on someone that you love. You can cheat on someone you love. I
How?
don't. I
How?
don't. And here are my reasons. I don't think cheating and love do mix together. I feel like if you cheat, it's a decision to cheat. Okay, you can love someone and want to be there and actually care about them, but it doesn't necessarily. Cheating, I feel like cheating is still a choice. It's a personal. It's. You have to be disciplined not to cheat. I don't know if I'm making sense.
How can you love someone and you want, because cheating is hurting. How can you love someone and you are hurting them?
Let me ask you like this, Auntie B. You know Nigerian people, they answer questions with questions.
Mm.
How how
Ola,
can how
Ola,
can you love yourself, right?
And be eating
And be
McDonald's and be
eating
eating
McDonald's
McDonald's.
every week.
Right. It's
because
a
I don't
it's
know what McDonald's does to my system.
oh, a lot of people do. A lot of people actually do.
We're
Auntie B.
aware of what McDonald's did to our system, Auntie B.
I look, I mean
I don't have
that
any sister in the building to help me. Okay, so
no, no, this so I actually called for the Davido thing and all I agree with you with that one, but I called for the Davido thing. I'm not gonna mention where I was last week, but I was in a place where I was invited to and I didn't even know Davido was gonna be there. There's a lot of celebrities in there here in Lagos. And if you see the level of girls that were coming in there to the, so I was on a table. Davido was behind me on a VIP section. VIP sections because I was in a VIP section. If you see the level of girls that were coming into that, I mean that VIP that VVIP section, Auntie B, you see things differently and you understand what I mean, certain things that you see, and it's a different level. These are girls that you could tell they're well traveled, the way they're dressed, the way they're packaged, the way I'm that whole Davido and Chioma thing. Look,
it's a
God
joke,
help
yeah.
them,
It's
God
just a
help them.
joke.
But look, I uh no, I mean,
And they
I
can't
wish.
say no. They can't say no. So everybody just wants a piece of the video, right?
What
Exactly.
Auntie B? If you see these girls, These are not regular. These are girls that you can see. You could tell they're well tried.
I
You
believe
could
you.
tell
Look
they.
at the ones that are marrying on your FIFA, lining up to be wife number 10. I believe you.
Auntie B, I'm in between Lagos and the US. A few months a month. So I'm telling you, the level that you see around these people, because I'm around these people a lot. I'm still learning because I'm glad I moved to Nigeria. The stuff you see, you will understand more when you're around these people because that whole Davido, Chioma, or wherever all the celebrities married to, look, I don't know how long those things are gonna last. I don't even know why they're getting together. Maybe, maybe Chioma actually has accepted Davido's whole
Lifestyle. But
shenanigans
there's gonna
because
be
that
always
happens.
mamas.
She's
I mean,
accepted.
let me
Auntie
ask
You
B
know that
said, should we
happens.
accept? I said, she's already accepted.
Junior, let me ask you this. Okay,
Hmm.
so they have all these high quality women, well traveled, well read, exposed,
Hmm.
whatever they have around their circle, and it's
Hmm.
difficult for them to say no, right? Why
Hmm.
can't they just protect themselves? At least that's the barest minimum instead of fathering children right, left, and
Wait, wait,
center.
wait. So, my monster. There's a lot to that, right? You said, why don't they protect? Do they want to protect themselves? That should be the question. And another question you need to ask as well is, you have people like Davido and all this local champions, artists, or whatever you want to call it. They're used to that lifestyle. They're used to that lifestyle. So you want to take them out of that lifestyle and then put them in a marriage, in a tradition, I call marriage traditional marriage. That's how I see marriage. It's a traditional
Yeah.
thing. It says, so you want to take them out of rapping, singing, seeing 20 different girls. In Davido's case, maybe 1,000 girls or more, and then you want to put them into a marriage and
So
family
they
in
shouldn't
a
even
family.
bother to marry then. There's no point getting married.
I agree with you. There's no point to get married, or Auntie B, or the girls are okay with it. There's a
Which
lot of girls. There's a lot of girls that will put themselves in that situation and they're okay with it.
no,
That's another thing.
it's the wife we're talking about, the one who eventually marries. This is what Annie Dibia is going through now. That girl, she's going through a lot emotionally because of Two Face's lifestyle. And it goes back to exactly what you are saying. Two Face is a very handsome man, very good looking. At a point, it was like the video. It was like
Let
the
let let me tell you about the Annie. Let me tell you about the Annie thing. There was someone I was dating that's actually Annie's tailor. I'm not one of the tailors. And I mentioned when remember when that stuff was really hot? I was like, what's going on with this? This person was like, oh, let's not even have a conversation about that. Let's not even have a conversation. That was the response I got. This is one of the tailors. And I was like, let's not even. This is not even worth having a conversation about.
is that bad, yeah?
Is that so look, you have Two Face, you have Davido, you have Wizkid. Wizkid is a little bit calm, but we still don't know what it's doing. But you have all these guys. I don't, I'm always in support of women. I have a mother, but at the same time, we need to ask, why are these women leeching, like they just want to have a
They want a
baby.
piece
They want
of
to
the
have,
cake. They
they
want a piece
want
of the cake.
they want so, and when you think about it, we're actually having that conversation today. That was the first time I saw Davido. If you see Davido in person, this guy is maybe, I'm 6 foot tall. Davido is maybe
Less
maybe
than 5
five,
foot.
maybe 5'6",
3 foot 2.
5'5",
5'7",
How
5'8"
short is
five
ish.
five
he?
five six. This guy is not remotely attractive in person at all.
Really? So it's
At
the money that is
all.
the attraction.
I'm telling you, Sister B, this is the first time I've seen this guy in person. I've seen a lot of David.
They
So
are short. Even Whiskey is very short too.
So if Davido is more of a thick, on the thick side,
Yeah.
Whiskey is like a toothpick. But do you know the level?
Literally.
Do you know
Even
the
this
level,
Orisha, have you seen him? He's a short dude too.
Sister B? Do you know the level of girls that are after these guys? Tall, well put together. This is not girls on the street of Lagos. These are not girls on the street of London. These are high class girls after these guys.
It's
Yeah.
the money, it's the fame.
So the question is why?
It's the
So
money.
when that happens, the question you need to be asking is, these guys, they know their value. They know that, well, whatever, she's up, she's here. I'm gonna get another one. There's gonna be a million more coming. So he can do whatever he likes. He can abuse. Do you understand what I'm saying? He has the power to do. It's not necessarily about the money. It's about the ego that they built along the lines of rapping, singing, whatever you want to call it,
Not
actor,
me.
acting.
I'm talking about the girls. What they are trying to
No, no,
achieve.
no, 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 no. I'm telling you that the guys, they've built a high level of confidence because of the options that they have. So the girls coming in, they don't really care. They can abuse the girl, they can disrespect the girl, they can do whatever. They can go have 20 other baby mamas. I guarantee you a lot of these girls are either gonna stay or still come back. So the questions we need to be asking is, why are these girls staying, and why do they keep complaining?
Assurance.
Yeah, that assurance thing, obviously. So
Ah,
so you know,
yeah.
that should be the question we should be asking. Why are you putting
Let them
yourself in this?
continue. I hope they all know how their Godfather fella ended. Hmm?
Mhm.
Auntie
Well,
B, I have a question for you.
go
I have
ahead.
a
Let us
question
tell you
for
the
you,
story
right?
about Nicola. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you there are six possible reasons why these girls are getting with a Davido or even an Oritsefemi. There are six reasons based off of this theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
One is love, right? And when I say love, I don't necessarily mean the holistic sense of love, just connection. That's what I mean.
Love,
Um,
honestly. Not
yeah.
really love.
So
I
there's
find that
love.
hard to believe. Which yeah love?
Okay, so it's not love. So we know it's not love. There's variety. There's certainty. There is significance, there is growth, and there's contribution. That's what it comes down to. There's
No, it's not.
love, there's
No,
significance.
it's not love.
Okay, so it's not love. What about significance?
Okay, maybe some sort of significance hanging out with the
Status,
celebrity that day.
status.
That's the same thing, right? Status,
Mhm.
significance, right?
Yeah.
Certainty, which is security. You can use that interchangeably with security.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's contribution,
Who is
right?
contributing to who?
Good question. Then there's growth.
Oh yeah. Because now they will have the fame. Once they say any blog that say Wizkid, Kinikon is hanging out with this, before you know, everybody is going to check them out. Yeah, I agree with you, Ola. There was a
So
lot. Please take love away from the list. Love is not
yeah,
there.
yeah, it's not we know it's not love. I think everybody here will know it's
No,
not
there's no
it's not
love there.
love in any sense of it, because you can't even claim
It's more
to
like
be in
love.
love.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Sister B, let me add something here. And I'm I've been in Nigeria fully for about 6 months, and one of the things I've been observing as well is there's a lot of women here in Nigeria. I can speak about Lagos, right? It's a lot of women in Lagos that, as long as the guy is taking care of them, buys them the little G wagon, make sure she's having the best, designers. She can
Mm,
travel on private jet wherever she wants to go. She
yeah.
has the they're actually quiet about the shenanigans that the guys are doing.
And to me,
And the guy,
this is a good spot to say my gender. Oh,
no, it's no, it's true. It's
no,
true.
she get the joke. I'm
It, it's
cracking
true.
there.
It's true. And we're talking.
Even myself, I'm tired of. I said I want to change my gender one time. I'm tired. I
No,
am so
it's
tired of my gender, honestly.
so now if you're just a regular guy on the street, and you're with a girl, and the girl's with you, and you're abusing the girl and she stays, that's a whole different conversation. But we're talking about these guys, these rich guys, these women, they know what they're saying. This
They
Chioma
don't
group.
care. They don't care. Women, it's the materialism that comes with it. I see what you mean, Junior. Honestly, all the list that you have, the list that all the things you were narrating, Ola. Number one thing is the relevance, the significance, materialism. Owolobade is the money. That's it. Thank you, Junior. Thank you for your
Yep, yep.
contribution. I
Shout
appreciate
out, Jiro.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, let them continue. They will know that all that glitters is not good, Chebi. Have a baby and then go. If you are a Davido baby mama now, where do you start from? Where are you gonna start from? He doesn't marry you,
Just
so
play
you
your
can.
position.
Where are you gonna start from? Look. I mean, all these guys need to stop getting married. Honestly, what Junior said is right. They should stop getting married. There's no point because they don't even understand what marriage is all about anyway. I don't know.
Davido doesn't. There's no way Davido knows what marriage is. It's not possible.
he was supposed to marry Choma a few years ago, he chickened out because he said that they were pressurizing him to marry Choma after she delivered. So I'm surprised that they are back together now and doing all lovey-dovey, you know.
I think it's in love, but in love is not the same thing as love. I think it's in love, and it's not capable of loving. You see what I'm saying? This is the
No, he's not
difference.
capable of loving one woman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Brad Patrick, you are in the studio. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Auntie B,
But Patrick, sir.
let me first of all apologize for the other time. I was supposed to come in, but I got hooked up somewhere. Sorry about that.
That's all right, sir. No worries. I understand.
Well
Good to
done.
see you, sir.
Hey, my brother Allah. Now Allah the cash cruise with me every time now.
Ah,
I
but
know.
Patrick, now
For there,
supporter of life.
even if I don't take it, stock anything, I just see you now for that now.
Thank
Yes.
you very much. Well, Junior has made a very valid point. You know, all the points he made were very valid. But however, you know, let me just say all men has 99.9 opportunity to cheat. Yeah, it is not left to you to make that decision, say I'm not doing it. Yes. Especially when you honor your wife, you honor your family. You don't want to mess up. I had a friend that worked in America here. The boss was interested in him seriously. This guy has to leave the job. Yes. You know, like if you're a man and you really make up your mind. If you are going to temptation, discuss with your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can tell your wife, say, "What this person is giving me answer at work. What is going on?" Your wife is your best friend. Yes, you can always talk to your wife and say, "No, I don't want to do this. What's going on?" But when you begin to hide stuff and the kind of people you mingle with, and you know, talking about the video, you know, that's their lifestyle. All these celebrities. And all the women that are getting married to them, they knew already. The women knew that's not going to last.
Yeah.
They knew these guys are cheaters. And what do you expect? Yes, what do you expect from them? Yes, you are just going to give yourself heart attack. You know, these guys are like the lady that you featured now.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you expect from the guy? Even when you are getting married, somebody came up with a child and so on. This guy keep bringing, no.
2 children from 2 different women. That's a red flag.
Serious one. And this guy
What
can
are you doing with a man that's having babies up and down? It tells you already that he lacks, he can't commit. He doesn't have any commitment bone in his body. The guy is just out there. I mean, the level of immaturity that this guy displayed there, this Orisha. I pray that Nabila will have the backbone never to go back to him again because he will never change.
And the lady accepted him. So for the lady to have accepted him up to this time, I don't know what she's doing. Maybe she's tired, but she knew already, even before going to the marriage,
Yeah.
that this guy is a Casanova. Let me put it that way.
But Patrick, let me say this. If this guy was, let me ask you ladies and gentlemen in the panel and the chat, right? If this guy wasn't broke, do you think we will hear about this story?
What are you saying?
Did you hear me?
It's a
What has
celebrity.
brokenness got to do with it, Ola?
No, that's what I'm asking. If he wasn't broke, because we already alluded earlier, like he doesn't have money, like that is a one-hit wonder. If he was a Davido, do you think we will hear? Do you think she will come out like this?
It depends on the woman, no. It depends on the woman. Because in all she said, she didn't mention whether she was one funding the marriage, whether she was one bringing the money. She had a regular job. He is a musician that depends on whatever to bring in income. She never mentioned it. I don't think she even married him because it wasn't like a financial arrangement kind of thing that you are marrying someone for money. I think she genuinely married him for love.
So let's flip it on the side. If he wasn't broke, he would be so busy, he'll be traveling around the world. There's a good chance that this girl will not meet a Davido too. If she's a regular person who works a regular job, right? There's a good chance she wouldn't be in the world of a superstar like Davido, like Wizkid, or won't be able to stay in it because he's always traveling. Again, I'm trying to compare the two here. I'm going back to those 6 basic human needs here,
No,
right?
there's no comparison here. This guy is in a world of his own. All right. Is
Mm.
the way I see him. Let me tell you the way I see him, Ola.
Okay.
Is somebody that is very immature. Number one. Let me put his face there so that you'll be looking at him. He's immature. He's insecure. He has no respect for himself or his marriage, and he treats his wife in a way that he feels that whatever I do, I will get away with it because she loves me so much, she will take me back. Okay? Remember how the marriage started though? Two baby mamas, two different children from two baby mama, and one on the way. And she
Right.
didn't
Right.
accept to marry him. Along the way, he still got another person pregnant. So
Mm.
he already sees her as Ele law anywhere. She's not going anywhere.
So the guy, she sees him as he's not going anywhere, or he sees her.
He sees her that she's not going anywhere.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Right. Right. So
That
yeah,
is
a lot of Nigerian men, actually men across board, have that arrogance, and they're receiving the shocker of their life. They always assume that the woman they're with is not going to leave until it actually happens.
yes, especially because she's
Yeah.
not able to have children. Remember, she's the one that has the conception issue. So
Right.
in his mind, he will be like, Ibolele in law. She's not going anywhere. She's stuck with me.
Right. Right.
So you see why to him now is all a big huge surprise. She's filing for divorce. Why? He
Right.
doesn't even understand. He can't comprehend this pay that she can decide to pick up her self-esteem that is on the ground pay and picking it up pay. Whatever you've done to me all these years, I put up with it, but no more.
Mm. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
He can't. That's why
Yeah.
he's not signing the divorce papers. Remember, he's still
Yeah.
trying to see that she will come back. Maybe 3 months ago, she filed for divorce. He's not
And he
signing.
hasn't signed yet.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very common issue that men really they're oblivious. They don't see it coming, even if they know that their behavior is bad. They just it's just very, very subconscious, nonchalant attitude that life continues. They're not even thinking about it. So when it happens, it's usually a complete shocker for them. Yeah.
Brother Patrick, are you still there, sir?
I'm still there now. This guy has done a lot of damages. Look at
Yeah.
this thing, Kudurat Road. He's immature. He brought a lady home on Monday when wife was at work.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
wife following the into my daughter. She did not know how she got him. Man, this guy the girl should let him go. The lady
Yeah.
should go. It's
He's
not
not
what
ready. He's not ready for marriage.
Yeah,
it's not.
there's nothing in it for her because honestly, fertility or infertility issues is not new anymore. You need a good man who is on the same page with you, who is on the same team with you, and you can beat that. People beat that all the time. We just referenced the example of Banky W. They had
Yes.
a fertility issue too. But
Yes.
when you're on the same team, that is literally nothing. That's not a real battle.
He
When you're on
didn't
the
even
same,
wait. Allah, he didn't even wait. He was already packing children before the marriage.
I
During the
know.
marriage, he was still bringing in children.
Yeah.
4 baby mamas. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm
Nah.
really hot as if the lady is even my sister. The lady
Yeah.
will lady be very hot now. And say, what is going on with her life? The guy is trusted. And the lady needs somebody that'll be there for her, like
Exactly. Yeah. I hope she's got family members that can pick her up, take her to therapy, make her know that she's valued and she's loved, whether she has children or not, whether her marriage failed or not. Because remember, we said, Brother Patrick, I don't know when you joined us, but we said that the reason why she even stayed this long and she went back to him after his philandering way was because she's trying not to be a single mother because she was raised by a single mother.
Right.
oh,
You see,
Right.
she has a lot of things that she's contending with in her mind and in her brain, trying to break stereotypes that she feels like, oh, I'm responsible for stopping this thing. I
Yeah.
don't think people should put, like you said, people shouldn't put all that burden on themselves.
Yeah. Don't do
Because
that to
you never
yourself.
know.
Don't
You never know
say
what
my
your children.
mother. Yeah, don't say my mother went through this, so I must not go through this, or opposite of it. Any extreme of it, don't do that to yourself. You have your own life. You need to make sure that you're prepared to live life. If you're going into a marriage, you prepare. You approach it from a standpoint of being intentional. There's something to learn about marriage for me. If you say because my mother was never married, I'm going to make sure I'm married, you're probably going to self-destruct. If you say my mother stay married all the time, and that's what I'm going to make sure I do, then you won't shine your eyes either, because your own relationship may be different. You may need to leave sometimes, but because you are stuck on that ideology, you won't be able to, to process that with balance, So it's very dangerous to look at your parents' life and project it on yourself and say, I will never, or I will always, based off of what your parents did.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Don't use your life to prove a point. You're not responsible for the choices and decisions that your parent made. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's the point. Don't prove a point by saying, oh, my mother was a single mother, and so I will never be a single mother. You don't know. Nobody wants to be a single mother or anything like that, but life happens.
Yep.
So be kind to yourself.
Right. Because you may not be a single mother before marriage. You end up being married, but it's just a terrible situation. And sometimes, actually, most time, all you need to do is back off a little bit.
If she has to continue in this situation, do you know, Nabila, we're talking today, I was chatting with a friend of mine who lives in the US, and we're talking about a friend of mine who, because of marriage issue, she's lost
Mm-hmm.
her mind.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're not
Yeah.
joking.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you cannot use your life to prove any point to anybody. Life happens,
Yeah.
but life goes on. God is merciful.
Yeah. So you don't owe anybody explanation to, just, you try your best to be a good person for the society we live in. That's really all you
Yeah,
owe
I mean,
yourself.
on the flip side, someone like reality around you saying that it might even be to her advantage that she doesn't have a child for this Mongo Park. But God works in
Yes.
mysteriously. Nabila can actually meet another man before you know it, she will have her own biological child.
Exactly, because again, everything is connected spiritually, mentally, physically. Sometimes, if you're not at ease in a certain space, children may not come. It may
Yeah.
not come.
Somebody said that the children were not coming because it's bleaching. Is there a link to bleaching and conception? It's possible
Well,
because
if
it was
it
actively
looks like
bleaching.
somebody that's a smoker, I may be wrong, but it looks like a smoker and a person that's living that
Oh
lifestyle.
yeah, oh no, this one is smoke waiting past cigar, banner, everything join. You know,
Eh,
You
see,
know,
Allah, you help me interpret this Yoruba proverb.
I try.
Yeah, what ojú tó bá máa báyọ̀ kalẹ̀ kò ń ṣá.
Kò ń ṣàárọ̀ ṣe pin. Baba, I hate
that Patrick, I didn't know that Yoruba is so deep.
uh, so let me see if I can help. Any eyes that's going to last for your whole lifetime will not start shaking
Oh,
in your
Ola, you are
early life.
terrible. What's wrong with you? What are you
Oh,
saying?
sorry, I cover my face.
Any
Oh,
eyes,
sorry. What's English of
how?
shaking?
You don't even know how to interpret.
Okay,
Egbami.
any eye that will last a lifetime with you
That
will
eye
not.
is not physical eye, it's like vision.
Okay. Yeah. Mo fẹ́ convert it literally first kí tó máa try. Okay, I give up. My Akure dialect is coming out already.
Please leave Ola alone. He can't, he's too Americanized now. Ejo, we're looking for somebody who understands Yoruba. Come into the studio and interpret. Any
Somebody,
eye, Bawo. What is
somebody said, Ellie said, Ola, you killed it. Any that means not delete, by the way. It means I did a good justice.
any eye that did what?
Any eye that will last you a lifetime will not start shaking in the beginning of your life.
Will not start itching and blurring.
Itching, okay.
Oh my God.
Itching, that's shaking was a little bit. Will not start itching you.
Blur.
Ola, stop confusing people. I beg. You don't
Okay,
understand Yoruba. Just
okay,
stop
master.
confusing people. Any eye
Slow down.
that blurring and shaking. What's shaking?
I was struggling with shaking. I know. Will not.
Ola is Akure. He's from Akure. He's forgotten all his Yoruba.
I am Akure. My Akure dialect struggles with Americanized English, and it's a strong battle.
Thank you for
Yeah.
bringing that comical break. But Patrick, please, we're back to you. What do you have to say to finish this off? Thank you, sir.
Let me just say our women should be careful. The Bible says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. It said the patient in spirit is better than the pride in spirit. The whole package. Your marriage can affect your future lifetime.
Everything.
Look at what Auntie B just said about her friend.
Hmm.
It might affect mental being, your emotion and everything.
Completely.
And children too
Nothing good.
might be affected. You don't want it to be transferred to your children. It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, if a guy is not, serious in those days, Auntie B can testify. It's our parent that would look and say, my mom doesn't talk. By the time she sees a guy, she will say, this guy is for you. Take it. Yes. God has given those elderly people. It's not money, that instinct.
Allah, somebody is giving you hand there. Oh. Nana says, I'm Ghanaian. I can even interpret Yoruba more than you do
I bet she can. I bet she can.
Nana is giving you hand. Say,
Nana, I bet you can.
and,
what
and
is oh, buy Yoruba money. America is westernized. Eh?
Oh,
they give us
it's a struggle, Jerry.
We love your wisdom, Auntie B. God
Thank
bless
you so much, Uncle. I appreciate you, sir. God bless you, Uncle Patrick, our elder in the building. God
But
bless you.
Patrick is the OG.
He is,
OG.
though. The people
Yeah.
that understand marriage, these are the ones that understand marriage,
Yep.
and they did it the right way.
Yep.
I saw, because the last time that Gloria's husband was here, Brother Ernest,
Right.
they were going to Dubai for their anniversary, and they were sending me the pictures. They had a fantastic time. I was like, oh my God, marriage is sweet when you marry the right person who
Yes.
understands the journey.
Yes.
Honestly,
Yep.
it's just that there's so many negative news and information and marriages all over the place that people don't even realize the beauty of it again
Yep. Yep.
because of all
The loud minority, the toxic news makes the loudest noise, and
they
unfortunately
did.
that becomes our reality if we're not careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We are summarizing now. Is there anybody that has anything to say? Nobody has managed to interpret that, but Patrick's
No,
marriage.
somebody did though. Let me find it for you.
Did
Was it Clara?
they?
Let me see. Somebody did.
I didn't see it. So I said people should come in and interpret me. Anybody, oh, we are
Somebody
running
did
up
though.
now.
No, we must pull it up. Oh, somebody did. Let's see.
Eh.
It means anyone that will be with you for not that one. So okay. Clara Adeyeye.
Okay.
Clara Adeyeye. She said the eye that will serve you a lifetime will not start having issues earlier on in your life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Clara. You are the Jinjin, Injile Yoruba here, and you don't come into the studio.
But still, Yoruba is a powerful language. It has to be said in Yoruba. That's the only way it makes complete
Yeah,
sense.
or sometimes some things when you want to translate them, they lose their meaning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the
Lavina
same.
said, yes, so my friend's husband, who was a narcissist person, couldn't get her pregnant, but kept taunting and abusing for 5 years. Less than 6 months, he divorced her. She met another man and had a son. Yeah,
Yep.
it happens.
Don't be surprised if your mind is not settled. You may be having a hard time conceiving
When you are
properly.
dealing with somebody bringing in women into your house and sleeping with people in your marital bed, how are you going to be able to even have the mind gong,
Yep.
to conceive? So yeah.
Some people can't conceive. Some people will conceive and lose it multiple times in the middle of that kind of turmoil. So
Yeah.
let's keep that at the back of our mind.
All right. Francis, hi, welcome. Where you join us from? We're about to end now. Hello, Francis. Unmute yourself.
Oh, hi, from Lagos.
Hello. Oh, you're from Lagos.
Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you.
What's going on, Francis? Good to see you. My
Yeah,
brothers are
great.
calling up.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
great.
Thank you for joining us. What's on your
And,
mind?
and thank you very much for sharing your thoughts on these marriage issues. Because right now, if you see the way our society is built, you see a young guy, he's not ready for marriage financially, but yet they push him into it. And meanwhile, it's not really about how old you are, but it's how matured you are in your mind. And that's one thing I think most of us, most male, will I say Africans, we miss that. So it's really
Right.
not about how old you are, but sometimes how matured you are in your mind, ready for marriage.
Mm.
Yeah.
And most
Yeah.
times again, if you see how, because I tell people, because if you observe what, I don't wish it, but it's what we observe in society. I'll tell
Right.
people what makes up a happy home. It may sound odd, but really think about it. The way we have evolved now, our value system is gone. So if you see a happy home now, you see a man, a wife, his children, and concubine.
Mm.
I like how you added that word concubine.
You see that? It may
I've not
sound
heard that
funny.
word in a long time.
Yes, but
Concubine. Hmm.
yes, but if you think about it, you'll be wondering, you see a man, a woman, and a husband, they are quarreling, but yet there's something making him happy outside. I say, when you see him, he's just happy on his own. Please let him be.
Mm.
Because you see, most times, and once ladies understand this, it's not we say that men will not cheat, right? It's not we are saying that men will not cheat. By nature, there are two things that will push a man to cheat, right? Either he's pushed or he's pulled. Some by nature, no matter what happens, they will find a way to
Francis, do
cheat.
you know that Nigerian men or African men are not the only men in this world?
I know.
Do you also know that there are men from a different side of the world that don't cheat? And cheating is not cultural or acceptable to them?
Mhm. No, I understand that part, but I'm looking at from
Mhm.
our own angle. But men generally, yes,
Because
right?
of the word you said, men would cheat. And I do understand because you are coming from a Nigerian angle. So this is
Yes.
what our society tells us every day. Men would cheat. Is a
Mm,
standard. So I see
yes.
where you're coming from. But
Yes.
it's not standard in
It's not. Yeah. It's
No,
not.
Western world.
definitely, because when you see a man cheating, it's not that he cheat, either he's by his nature he wants to cheat, but some they are pushed to it.
Do you think? Let
They,
me ask you this question, Francis. Do you
yes.
think that's also true for women? That is push or
Hmm.
pull that will make them cheat.
Uh, Women most times is pushed. They will be pushed to it. And for a woman
Mm.
to cheat on you means, man, it means that she has no. I would like to say she has no choice, or she has had it to her neck, right?
So it's men that are more inclined to cheat. Is that what you're
Men,
saying?
definitely men,
Okay.
definitely men,
All right. So what do you say
definitely.
about this Nabila and Oritsefemi situation?
Hmm. Well, I was listening on the live that day, and I think I felt more pity for her because sometimes you don't have to go through it. Because sometimes we see that I think what people will say is why people remain there, nothing else. What people will say.
Mm,
You see that because say
Yeah.
stay there now. It's marriage now. It's part of life. But that's
mm.
suffering emotional is not part of life.
Amen. Thank you for saying that.
It's not part of life. It's a
Mm,
choice. Every
mm,
problem we see sometimes is a choice.
Yeah.
We put
mm,
ourselves towards that. So when I just look at it, how can you expect? You see the red flags, but yet I don't know how miraculously you expect that somebody will change. First
mm.
child, second child, yet you put your head into it and expecting. You get? It's just like you paint a donkey into a zebra. It doesn't make it a zebra. You get that? So it's still the same person. So I think I don't know, I just felt really pity for her, but I'm happy that she's in a better place right now. I don't. I hope many people learn from it, and it's good. And I also want many people to also speak up, especially ladies. When they
Mm-hmm.
pass through certain things, they should speak up to teach others.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see, in society now, a lot of people are going into a lot of abusive relationships,
Right.
but they are not
Mm-hmm.
speaking up.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, when you don't speak up and you leave that relationship by chance, you know what has happened? You have put another girl in another situation to be in that same problem.
Right. You're normalizing it. You're actively
Yes,
normalizing
exactly.
toxic.
So I just wish
Yeah.
that a lot of people, ladies especially, come up and speak up when things happen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Francis, you are very, very wise. I don't think you are married. You sound very young. Are you married?
Francis like
No.
sounds like Adewale's twin brother right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I am so proud of the young, upcoming Nigerian, boys and girls. Their awareness, their orientation, the way they see relationships and marriages is amazing. Honestly, all this Mongo Park, all of them, they go waka come out, then we'll see a new. awakening in marriages and relationship in Nigeria, because when I see young Nigerians, honestly, I'm so proud of you guys. You have a different understanding. You are
Yes.
so, you don't want to be like your parents or your grandparents. Occasionally we still see one or two, but you guys are
No,
just,
no, definitely you learn from them, but the
yeah,
way they were taught or their mentality, I think that has you also don't have to put yourself in that situation because they
You have to
went through it.
factor that in. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
You get
Yes.
because they had a different upbringing. Because
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
how they learn is from an authority. Sometimes it can be from your pastor, your imam, so it pushes you down. So the
Mm-hmm.
same way you see your parent as that figurehead, they may have learned the wrong thing, but because they are pushing it down to you,
Mm.
and you have no reason to say. But in this our generation, I think we're a little bit more liberal. We can speak up, but it's
yeah,
good that you sit down and observe,
yeah.
right?
And I
And that
and
I
I
think
hope that you guys will continue to make the right choices, knowing that, when you love wholeheartedly, and never, please don't hurt the ones that you claim to love.
And to
Thank you
be, they
so
are not
much.
making choices because they know so much. There's the other side of it, but that's gonna be topic for another day, right?
Right.
There's this. There's
Mbasi,
the.
yeah, let's take this caller and then we'll
Yeah.
wrap
Let's
it
go.
up.
Sure. Mhm.
Yeah. Mbasi, you are here. How are you, sis?
Oh, I'm good. How you doing, Quimby?
I'm all right. I was telling somebody about you yesterday. I said there's this my sister who she's the only one that calls me Queen B. In the whole of this platform, nobody else calls me Queen B.
I will start calling you Queen B right now.
You are the only
Mr.
one.
Ola. Mr. Ola, now let me. Oh, Mr. Ola, please. Now let me.
How you
I
doing,
told
Basi?
I'm good.
this
How
in
you
Nigeria, and
doing?
they were like,
Yeah.
"Do they live in the US?" I said, "Yeah, she lives in the US." She's like, "Oh, hello, Queen B." She's the only one that calls me
All
Queen
right.
B. So
Yeah, you are. You are.
I love you. Thank you.
I
Okay, I
Welcome.
love
will
you.
back
I
off.
love you.
I will back off. Okay, Auntie B, Auntie B.
So,
She's special.
actually, I'm happy that Mr. Ola is on the show today because I have a question I'm going to ask you. But let me say this very quickly.
Down on Lily.
Um, so regarding the guy with the wife that just came out, right? I think once you reach your what do you call it? Your bottom, like once you hit the bottom of everything,
Bottom line.
and then
Yeah.
you have nowhere to turn. Like you've done everything you can humanly possibly do, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Once you hit that rock bottom, there's
Rock
nowhere else
bottom.
to go other than to get yourself out of there, right? The unfortunate thing is, especially for women, we wait so long, we don't get out at the first sign that we see because we are hoping like, okay, it's gonna get better. It never get better. It never get better. For a lot of us, it never get better. And
Mm.
then people like Davido that's keep going back to Chioma, right? So
Yeah.
Chioma is like a power bank for Davido. She's like a power bank. Okay. He will go back to her for as long as she take him back.
Right.
Okay. And I'm not saying that Davido cannot change. I don't know that. I don't know him.
Right.
Right. But again, most
It's very
men
difficult.
with, yeah, like you said, Mr. Ola, with the amount of exposure and the wealth that they have, right? Majority of them, they lack leadership. Okay. So, I mean, you telling me somebody who lack leadership, you expect them to come and lead you in their home. They are not even capable to, they don't even know how to do that.
Mm.
Okay. And these women, we keep on subject themselves and self-betray themselves over and over and over until they reached that rock bottom, just like this lady. I hope for that, the other lady, I hope she never go back. I just hope, because again, there's no point going back and forth. And again, it's common for people in an abusive relationship. It takes a while for you to get yourself out of there once and for all.
Mm-hmm.
But once you are able to do that, then you're good to go. That's just it.
Yeah.
But my question I want to ask Mr. Ola was, so because I know for majority of men and women, they lack this leadership. Like, they can't. They just somebody want to be head of the house, and they don't know. They don't have that leadership skill.
Yeah.
How do you teach that to your son and to your daughter? How do you teach them, or what can you say to them to make them feel like they are the leader for themselves, like they need to lead themselves, kind of thing? Please.
All right. Thank you for that. That's a fantastic question. The first step is be an example. Be an
Okay.
example, right? That's the first step. Because again, like Auntie B was saying earlier, this younger generation, they're not going to listen to that. Just do what I say. and they're not going to listen to that. They're watching your action. In fact, based on the society we live in today, they don't. There's no time. You don't have time. You're always at work. They're always at school. So the little example you can show them will go a long way. The second part is to have these conversations with them, right? Don't tell them what to do. Ask them questions. This is how you should do it. Why do you think you should do it this way? Why did you do it that way? Engage them in conversations by asking open-ended quality questions. Okay, that's the other aspect of things. If we are talking about, let me start with the men. If you're a man and you're a single father and you're raising a daughter, it's almost impossible, but they do exist, right? If that's you, remember that you cannot be an example of what a lady is supposed to be like. So you need a good mother figure in the life of your daughter so they can have an example in real life. Then let's flip that on the other side. If you're a woman and you're raising a son, it can be your uncle, it can be but they need to see examples. Your words, they are important, but they carry very little weight. What they are seeing from time to time is what's going to create a better impact.
Observation. Children learn more by observation than by you going on and on and on and on and on. Yeah.
Yes.
You know what, Ola? I think there needs to be more teaching about leadership for men, because the role of a husband is the role of a leader, right?
Yes.
But a lot of men, African men, don't understand when you say I'm the head, what it means.
Yes.
It means you are the leader. You take more responsibility. They think it's just because you were born in that gender that automatically qualifies you to be the head.
Yeah.
So leadership is something that is so lacking in our community. People need to learn what it means to be. What does it mean to be a man, a husband?
Yeah.
Leadership is a very, very good way to start.
Yes.
You lead by example. You need to show them. If there's something that needs to be done, you are the first to do it.
Yep. You're able to demonstrate it.
After I did it yesterday, it's your turn. No, you are a leader. The husband is supposed to be a leader.
Yep.
If you understand that, you understand what it means.
If you have to say I'm a leader, there's a good chance you're not leading. If you have to say it, right? After all, I'm the leader of this house. After all, I'm the head. If you have to say it, your leadership has failed, sir. Yeah. So you have to learn leadership for yourself and then start showcasing it as an example. And then generally speaking, your children will most likely pick that. Obviously, that's not the only variable, but they most likely picked up the leadership skills from you. But I agree that leadership is a scarcity. We call it a scarcity. It's a scarce commodity. It's very scarce. Most human beings cannot lead. Just look at it in numbers.
Because it's not easy to lead now.
Okay, all right.
It's easy to lead.
Yeah.
You both say uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. It's not easy to lead. Leadership is responsibility. It's a lot.
Yep. To whom much is given, much is expected.
What nobody else wants to do, you want to do it because you are a leader and you want to show that you lead by example, especially if you are in a Christian marriage.
Yep.
He says the leader will become the servant.
Yep.
You have to be a servant leader. That's what it means.
I always highlight it. Even in the corporate world, they are teaching you servant leadership now because they are discovering that it's much more of an effective way of leading, rather than pointing and saying, "You do that, do that, do that." Servant leadership, it's a mindset thing. You lead from a place of serving. As in, like, how can I make your work easier? We already know what your title is. Nigerian leadership is titles.
It's titles.
Right? We already know what your title is. Can you actually lead?
No, they can't. Even in leadership, in politics and all that, they cannot lead. That's where we are now, right?
Benio, that's where we are. I mean, and you know me, you can't tell me something is truth unless you can point it and link it to reality and results. I have to look at results. What kind of results are we creating? Does that show that you're telling the truth? Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. So that was a good point that Sister Embassy brought up. Leadership is scarce. If you want to pay attention to it, especially for our sons, is what does that truly mean? And But I'll leave you with this right now. If you have to say I'm a leader, if you have to say submit to me, if you have to say respect me, there's a good chance that you haven't earned it.
Dee said, if you have to exert dominance and control, there is a good chance that you
Oh,
aren't a leader.
you would think I stole that from her. She's right.
You said it and she was
I was
saying
just saying it. I wasn't reading
you
the
were saying
script.
it and she was typing it. I'm like, okay. Some people
Absolutely.
are here that understand what true leadership means.
Yeah, yeah,
A leader is a servant. You lead by
yeah,
example.
yeah.
If you're a Christian, you saw when Jesus wanted, and he was in the sea, and somebody said, "Oh, how can you wash my feet? I have to be the one that will wash your feet." He said, "No, no, 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 no. If you do not allow me to wash your feet, then you are not even a part of this kingdom. You are not even part of
You're
me."
not part of the family. Exactly, exactly.
That is leadership. If you do
Yep.
not understand anything at all, understand that he led by example, and he led as a servant leader, washing the feet of his disciples, even though he was God in human form. That's
Yep.
leadership. It's simple.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
simple.
Yes, so. Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Have you enjoyed tonight's show? Please give it a thumbs up.
Hit it up.
Thank you
Thumbs
so
up.
much,
Thumbs up.
Man
Thumbs
of
up.
Prestige, for being here. Allah is Man of Prestige. His channel is right here on YouTube. If you still don't know, I think some people don't want to. They think that it's only men stuff you do. Allah, I keep telling you. They don't know that.
No, it's a family. It's the Prestige family. I just don't want to mess with the algorithm. I will change the name, but let's keep it that way. But it's the Prestige family.
Family, Man of Prestige. Allah does really good content. I'm not gonna lie.
80% of the Prestige family are women. I just want to put that out there. So ladies, feel free.
I think it's the title that people are confused about. They think it's only men stuff you do. So
yeah, just give me the title.
Like,
just give me the title. Don't worry about it. It's the Prestige family.
Prestige.
Since as Nigerians, we like titles.
We like title. Doctor, Mrs.
Doctor.
Professor.
She called herself doctor. They said, "What kind of doctor are you?" She said, "Honorable doctor." I said, "Auntie, so you title yourself doctor?" This lady that we're talking about today.
Who, Nabila?
Yeah.
She said,
she said, "I'm Dr. Nabila," and then Daddy Freeze was like, so you're a medical doctor? He was throwing shade.
Please follow Man of Prestige. The link is in the comment section. One of our sisters in the comment section in our WhatsApp group made me laugh today. She said that she's been divorced for a very long time, and someone was sending something. Her mother's pastor was sending something to her from Nigeria about the church, and the person addressed it as Mrs. And she was so furious. She was like, "How dare you?" And the man said, "Emma Binu, it's just I want them to respect you. That's why I put Mrs." Because if I put Miss, they will not respect you. Nigerian title.
Yes, so.
Nigerian title.
Nigerian title now 5 and 6.
Like
5 and 6.
I know people who are married, they don't even like the Mrs. title. My sister is one of them. I have an elder sister, is Miss. She's always used Miss. She doesn't like Mrs. because she's like, what's that? So, but Ninja, I'm still a Mrs. Allah, you are muted. Allah, you are still muted, oh.
Somebody want to say hello.
Hey, Lala. Oh, is that your son?
You so nosy.
That's my boy. His nosy with his nosy nose.
He's almost as tall as you. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? This is your auntie from the United Kingdom. Love you. Lala, thank you so much for saying hello. I miss you.
Yeah. So sorry, I was muted because they were distracting me small. So I said,
yes, it's all right. We are ended now. It's all right. Please follow Man of Prestige. The link is in the comment section. Ola, thank you so much for coming in.
Yes.
Go attend to. I hope you made dinner before she came home.
Me make dinner. I'm traditional as they come. Don't get me started.
Ola, don't start with that. You are correct, no. Do not start with that.
Don't worry. We balance it well.
Traditional, they come pay. You don't make food or what? I thought we were just talking about leadership now.
No, I lead where I lead. I lead where I lead. But again, we're also students. We are ongoing.
You don't know how to cook.
No, I can cook. But we are perpetual students. We're on a journey. One day we will reach.
Okay,
but now ongoing thing. But yeah, back to what we were saying. Men of Prestige is a platform for everyone, I want to thank you always for supporting. I want to thank Brother Patrick, who is a hefty supporter.
Is Olu
Um,
your Samolu? Has he joined you?
Samolo Tasimi, but maybe
Otasi,
he's looking from behind the scenes. No, Tasimi at all.
Samolu, Kilode,
Samolu,
support. You don't
brother
support him,
Ade,
the man of prestige.
brother Ade supports Chinye, D Love, Bagavad, right? These are and by the way, it's probably part of the supporters that don't really say anything. There's a lot of them that don't really
If Samolu is
chat.
anyway, he will
Yeah.
say something. He will not keep quiet. Trust me.
No, no worries.
He will say
It
something.
will come by.
Go and support your
It
brother.
will come
Oh.
by. I'm
Don't be
sure.
stingy with your support. Oh, I share going. Ola, thank you so much.
But thank you
Always
so
love
much
to
for your
have you.
support. Thank you so much for your support. Always,
You're welcome.
we'll do it again. Yeah.
All right, no
Yeah.
problem. Take care,
All
my
right.
brother. I love
Sure.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so we've come to the end of the show. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. I just looked online. I saw that that wedding I was telling you about, the Oni of Ife's one, I think it's happened though. It's like the wedding has happened though. This weekend is going to be hot. Very, very interesting gist this weekend, yo. Aha, put your notification bell. Don't say, Auntie B, I didn't know you are going to come online. Aha, I'm telling you, Osinachi's sister is coming, and I think we have another wedding. Mhm. I've just looked online briefly. There's a wedding in view. So we're going to talk about it. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. I love you very much. And I will see you very soon. I will see you imminently. Not long ago. As early as tomorrow. I will see you. Thank you, Kudirat. I appreciate you. It's Allah that made me show my face today. You know, I'm always hiding behind the camera sometimes when I'm doing the live shows. But because I know Allah was going to put his camera on, I had to pull myself to go and do makeup and, dress up. Aisha Goni, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, everybody. I love you very much, and I will see you. We must catch cruise, Onelli. I beg, let us catch cruise. We cannot come and pay ourselves over waiting. Polygamy. Ṣáwa la máa parí ẹ̀ ní? Ṣáwa la bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀ ní? We can't party it. So we'll follow them to catch cruise and enjoy ourselves. Kò kàn wá. Àbí o. Thank you, Jare. Helen Kuti. I appreciate you. Ajibola, thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. See you soon. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Love you very much. And see you very soon. Thank you, Ola. Man of Prestige. I appreciate you. Please follow Man of Prestige. The link is here. Ola is very, very objective. He tries to defend his gender sometimes. I pull him out when I need to, but generally he's a very well balanced person. And yeah, he does do a lot of good content. So please follow him, like and subscribe to his channel. Appreciate you guys. Have a good evening. Let me go and attend to, the family now. God bless you. See you soon. Bye, guys.